So we have the D is the region bound by a parabola x y to the power of 2 is equal to x, or y squared is equal to x, and the line y is equal to x minus 2. Now we are told to sketch the region D and evaluate J is equal to double integration of 3y dA. So let's get to doing that. So we're gonna sketch. Now you have the Cartesian plane. Now for y is equal to x plus 2 is gonna cut through y-intercept is equal to 2, which we can write y minus y is equal to x minus 2. Then we're gonna have the parabola now. The parabola will go like so, and this is y squared is equal to x. Now the region we need to find the area for is this region. So we need to find the coordinate. The coordinate here is gonna be x, y. The coordinate here is gonna be x and y. So we have to get those, we have to equate the functions. So we're gonna do that. Say we have x is equal to y squared and x is equal to y plus 2. We just move this 2 to this side to make it equal, so that we can equate the x function. So you say y squared is equal to y plus 2. This is the same as saying y squared minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. Now you can use the quadratic formula to get the y, the values of y, or you can use the factorization. So the factorization on this one is saying n times some numbers, just decide some numbers. So m times n will give you -2, which is this one. And then when you add them, they give you -1, which is what is here. So what are those numbers? So let's say those numbers are 2 and 1, are -2 and +1. So when we multiply them, +1 times -2 will give you -2. But when you add them, minus that, gonna give you -1. So we are right on that. So y here, now we factor that one. So gonna be y plus 1 times y minus 2 is equal to 0. Now you can just solve for y. So y plus 1 is equal to 0 and y minus 2 is equal to 0. So in this one, y is equal to 2, y is equal to -2. Now we have found the values of y, but the values of x will have the negative if we're gonna solve, because we have x is equal to the square of that, and the other one is equal to x plus y plus 2. So we can just say the region is between where x is. So it's gonna be like that. So let's do the integration now. Let's solve for j. So j here is double derivative of d 3y dA the same as saying -1 to that of y squared plus y plus 2, 3y. Now we're gonna go dx, dy. The reason we put the dx first here because the thing here that we know them already, but we cannot do for x because we don't know the values of x that are in terms of y. So that's why we put the dx on the inside to do the integration first on that. So this is like as saying 2. So the integration of 3y will be 3xy. So it's gonna be 3xy evaluate at y squared y plus 2 dy. So the integration, we are treating this one as a constant because we are integrating the function with respect to x. So that one is just like k or c or anything you can think of. So let's evaluate that. So -1, 2, then now we're gonna say 3y, then where x is, you put the upper limit minus the lower limit. So the upper limit here will be y plus 2 minus 3x minus 3y. Then the lower limit is y squared dy. Now make it nice for yourself. So it's gonna be 3y squared plus 6y minus 3y cubed dx. Now we're gonna have a good time now because everything is in y and we're gonna integrate it with respect to y, so everything will be good. So let's do that. So when we integrate it with to respect to y, with respect to y, I mean, we're gonna have 3 over 4 y cubed plus 3y cubed. No, this is y to the fourth. This one is y cubed plus 3y squared. We're gonna evaluate it over the region of -1 to 2. So 3 over 4, gonna put 2 there, the 4 plus 2 to the 3 plus 3 times 2 to the power of 2. That is the upper limit. And we're gonna subtract the lower limit, which is anything multiplied by -1. So it's gonna be 3 over 4 into bracket -1 to the power of 4 plus -1 raised to the power of 3 plus 3 -1 raised to the power of 2. And let's solve that. So we're gonna have 3 times 4 plus 8 plus 12 minus 3 over 4 minus 1 plus 3. So this is minus 12 plus, add these two, they're gonna give you 20 minus, so minus 3 over 4 plus this minus 1 will take 1 from 3, so you have 2. This is 8 minus. Now you get the LCM here. The LCM between this one is 4. You have 3 plus 1 over here, that is to 2, you get 2. So that is 8 minus 5 over 4. Now 8 minus 5 over 4, the LCM will be 4. This is just over 1. Gonna be 32 minus 5. So 32 minus 5 is the same as saying 27 over 4. You can break it down to improper fraction or leave it in this way. So I decided to leave it in this way. Thanks for your time.